Good morning, Dolly folks. So yesterday I was cutting out, or had just started on a corset for my little girl in a pink floral print. So yeah, I kind of got a little obsessed with that and ended up staying up like hours past my bedtime and just working straight through and finishing that. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this, but here is that finished product. I showed the corset on Instagram, but I made this to go with it tonight, like a little gathered kind of a bustle, kind of a skirt situation going on here. So here's the just for the back and what it looks like on her. Pretty happy with my pattern. It kind of gaps up here on top, so I did make some adjustments to the pattern. This was my first test run, so it's not quite how my final pattern is going to be. Mostly just taking this in, or not taking it in, but making it so it curves over the bust a little more so it doesn't stick out, and then making this a little narrower in the back so that it doesn't gap quite as much. But yeah, I am super happy with how that turned out. And this poor girl, I had to go find some hair for her again. She's been on the chopping block for a while, so but this is got shoes and a necklace and everything for her, and this is the first time since I have owned her that she's actually had clothes. I had her in for a while, just like I had some ribbon like wrapped around her in like a makeshift halter top, and then like a scrap of fabric like tied around her waist and called that a skirt. But this is the first time she's actually had proper clothes on, and she is adorable. Wave at Danielle. Hi Danielle. Bring me home. Yes, so super happy with her. She's still going away though. So what I'm going to work on tonight is getting started on that Valentine's Day corset, because yes, Valentine's Day looms, so I definitely want to get that up on Etsy before then. So I've got my pattern here. I'm going to my photocopy. I'm going to get that cut out and start cutting some fabric. What I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to keep this brief, I have a pizza in the oven for lunch, and there are 7 minutes on my timer, so check my time, 7 minutes. Okay, tonight I'm going to answer another one of those questions that was posed to me a while back, and that question came from Viridian Cat, and she has a couple questions here, but I think I only have time for one. She asks, is there any doll that you really, really like but have never gotten for some reason? And the answer is yes, definitely. There's lots that I have not gotten for money reasons. If I just got every doll I wanted, if I could afford to get every doll I wanted, I would be drowning in dolls, first of all. But yeah, my collection would be completely out of hand if money wasn't an issue. But it is, obviously. But other than that, okay, so money is an issue, and the dolls I'm not getting for that reason is, there's about 4 more Twiggling sculpts that I'd really like to have, and I would, and not just their heads. Like, I'm okay with floating heads, but, sorry, I'm consulting my pattern here to which line I want to cut on, because I didn't print in color. Yes, as I mentioned the other day, body diversity, yay, and that is something that Twiggling, aka Artifacts Kindred, is super awesome about, because she, in the last couple of years, came out with a bunch of different body options for different size busts, different length legs, different length torsos, different length hips. So there's actually like, I don't know, you can probably make like 20 different combos and have different bodies just by swapping around the pieces. So so I can't get just the heads. I want to get, actually those were dolls that I would love to get bodies for, and I've got like, I don't know, I've got it written out somewhere, like what exact combo I want with which head, and have 4 like very distinctly different dolls, just by going with different body options on them. So I would love to have those. I imagine someday I will order 1, if not 2 of those someday, probably way in the future. But that's something I definitely do see coming home eventually. Mary Doll Round Fang, I would love her. Yeah, she's gorgeous. And I've painted one before and kind of fell in love with her when she was here. Let's see, this line goes this one. But yeah, just again, can't really afford her, and I don't, I'm not like so in love with her that I just have to have her. So but you know, if I had infinite money for dolls, she'd definitely be coming to live with me. Who else? Oh, Serenade dolls. I love their dolls. Sue and Nun are the 2 I would love to have from them. Oh shoot, I cut on the wrong line. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, sorry. I threw myself off there for a moment. Forgot what color line I was supposed to be cutting. So yeah, Serenade, Sue, and Nun. I would love to have one or both of them. Probably just one. I really like both their heads, but it's the same body, and there's no. Well, I mean, I guess they've got different leg and hand options, but they're really not different enough that I would feel the need for both. I'd have trouble deciding which one, but I think one would be good. Yeah, that's kind of most of my want list. There's a couple others that are on there that I think, you know, I will eventually get, so I'm not really mentioning them as far as really want but have never gotten for some reason. I do, well, I suppose not, more toward the heart of the question, and not, ooh, there's my 1 minute warning, shoot. Doll Chateau Dolores had been my Grail doll for a long time, and for some reason I never brought him home, and I don't really know why. I think it's just one that he was just kind of on my list for so long that I kept getting like impulse buys. Somebody would release a new doll and I'd be like, oh my god, I love this doll, I must have it. And so anytime I would make an impulse buy, then that would push him off, and he just kept getting pushed off, and somehow just never came home. So I don't know, I guess, yeah, I guess that's my answer. So I'm gonna try pausing this, and if I can come back after I eat my pizza, I do have a little more to say on that subject, but I have no idea how long this will stay paused, and I don't eat that fast. So yeah, if you see me in a second, cool. If not, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Alright, pizza is out, but it is super hot, so I'm going to let that cool for a minute or two and finish up my thought here. So yes, Doll Chateau Dolores. Would still really love to have him. Hopefully someday I will. Maybe part of the problem is I don't really have a character in mind for him. He's just gorgeous and I really want to paint him and have him. So also from Doll Chateau, Medeus is another head that I think is simply gorgeous. I'd love to have like a Dolores and then have a Medeus head that I could switch out on the same body, because I don't like Medeus's body, but I do like Dolores's body, the AO4. So I could have either or both of those heads on an AO4 and I would be thrilled. So hopefully someday I will get around to owning them. We'll see. Maybe one will pop up in the secondhand market sometime. Yeah, the other doll that I really like, well, a whole category of dolls really, that I really like but have never owned is Tinies. Tinies. I do have this is my tiniest girl right here right now. This is Bardo Research Peme, and I do love her to bits, and she is quite tiny. And I was worried before I ordered her that I wasn't going to be able to stick it out with her, because I've tried tinies before. I love them. They're just so freaking adorable, and I want to love them so much. But every time I get one home, I just don't. It just doesn't work out for some reason. They're too small for me to sew for comfortably, and hard to find stuff pre-made, especially since I'm not into like kids styles. I don't want cute tiny dolls. I want mature tiny dolls, and it is really hard to dress and style tinies in a mature style. So, but she's awesome. I love her, and I'm not planning on sending her away anytime soon. But even tinier than her, I love real Pookies, which are like half her size. And they are so stinking cute, and I love them in my head. But I know that if I brought one home, I would be all excited and play with him for like a week, and then it would be like, yeah, I just know, I know myself well enough that if I brought home a real Pookie, he wouldn't last. I'd end up selling him off, and be all sad that he didn't work out. So that's one I have been resisting for years and years and years. Pretty much as long as I've been in the hobby. I adore tiny dolls. I think I adore tiny dolls, super tiny ones, but every time I get one home, it just doesn't work out. So yeah, real Pookies in particular are super cute. Dreaming High Studio also has a bunch of really tiny ones, or micro BJDs that are super cute. I just love tiny things. The smaller the cuter, but tiny things just don't love me so much. Yeah, so, but yeah, Dreaming High Studio is like squee, is stinking cute. Yeah, so I guess that's about it really. Lots of dolls I would have if I had the money, but even if I had the money, I probably still wouldn't get a real Pookie or Dreaming High, because I know they don't work out. And every once in a while I go back and I look again, and I think real hard and go, oh, I should do it, I should get him, but I keep talking myself out of it, which is good, because I know it's not going to work out. So yeah. And then Doll Chateau, Dolores and Medeus. I mean, you know, when I had money and was buying lots of dolls, I still wasn't buying them, even though I was calling them my Grail doll, but I was buying other dolls instead, so I'm not real sure what happened there. But so, Alright, for real now, I'm going to go. My pizza is cooled and it is sitting right there taunting me. So yeah, have a good night everybody, or day, whatever. Bye.